Greetings, family. This is Ayapo, and this is another Beachside perspective. This I can't remember the name of this flower, but they are just beautiful. But this is another Beachside perspective. I'm out here taking my walk, and as always, and I think I'm going to find some place to sit down this time and talk to you for a moment. And I just want to talk to you about something I heard the other day mentioned, and I hear it a lot, on the subject of black dysfunction. I'm going to preface it by saying that, you know, I've been on YouTube over 5 years. I've been on a long time, and I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. And I know that a lot of that is due to the channel being suppressed. I know that a lot of that is due to being shadow banned and so on. But I also know that it's because of my subject matter, the subjects I pick to talk about. I don't traffic in black dysfunction. As a matter of fact, I've chosen to traffic in black functionality, in black competence, and functional black people and functional blackness. And that's it's not sexy. It's not something that people gravitate toward, a lot of us, and that's just the truth of it. But I'm still going to talk about it because our people are not, and I'm not going to say our people aren't dysfunctional, because we are, but there are reasons that we are the way that we are, and that we're kept the way that we are. First off, again, this is Beachside Perspectives. This is a riff off of Lance SCURV's Rooftop Perspectives. And if you haven't been watching Lance's Rooftop Perspectives, you're missing out. I'm telling you right now. He does more in Rooftop Perspectives, though. He has guests on his channel. He talks about a myriad of subjects. So I'm always going to give him a shout out, especially when I'm doing like the Beachside Perspective, because I got that idea straight from him and his Rooftop Perspectives. Anyway, when it comes to our people, we are experts at looking at the effects. We all the time we're looking at the effects of what has happened to us, but we seldom, if ever, focus on the cause. And us not focusing on the cause only benefits one people, and we all know who that is, right? It doesn't benefit us to look at our people and say, well, yeah, we're dysfunctional, but there are reasons for this. And the thing is, I think that a lot of us have fallen into the trap of believing that if we admit that our dysfunction isn't our fault, then that somehow excuses our dysfunction, or that is in some way our way of excusing the dysfunction. No, it absolutely is not. We're recognizing that there's a problem. If you recognize that there's a problem in your body, and you figure out, you're figuring out how you got it, then that doesn't mean that you're not going to try to figure out how to fix it, or that you're not going to work on becoming well. That just means that you're admitting, something is wrong, and there is something that caused it to be wrong. And frankly, if I look into what caused this to be wrong, it might be a way of me solving the problem. Or if I solve the problem on my own, finding the cause may lead to me being able to figure out how to not allow it to happen again. But be that as it may, I'm often saying that I do not beat up on myself for different things. When I do different things, when I do things wrong, I don't like doing things wrong. Angela could tell you that. I get like really upset sometimes when I do something wrong, but I choose not to really beat myself up about a lot of things. And the reason I don't is because I feel like there are plenty of people who are already there to beat up on me. So I don't need to join the pile on. You know, there's nothing wrong with me just being my own advocate and being for me. Okay, that said, why do we run into this dysfunction? I actually think that Dr. Amos Wilson put it better than I ever could. So I'll let you listen to what he has to say about it.
So we must be, so when you're filled with self-hate, your mind is reversed. What it means is this: you will love the things that destroy you, and you will hate the things that advance your growth. And you watch and look at your behavior. Look at the behavior of your compatriots and watch if what I'm saying is not true. I hate to read. I hate to study. I hate to learn. Oh, but I love to party. I love to smoke. I love to drink. I love to screw. I love to, And all the loves often you will find will be loves that what? That don't advance you one bit, and yet you can't get over them. You're addicted to them. You say.
Okay, and so that's what Dr. Amos Wilson has to say about it, and of course I agree. You know, and he is a black loving people, and he's not an apologist, nor is he a person who tries to just sit around and make excuses for our people, but he does acknowledge certain realities about us. I think one of the reasons that more of us don't speak out, or that more of us don't try to, help others of our people up out of this dysfunction, is because just as in the natural world, certain natural laws work different ways, according to physics. And according to physics, it's always going to be easier to lower something or to drop something than it will be to pick it up. Example, you're on the side of a building, right? You're 10 stories up, and there's some kind of I don't know, it doesn't even have to be something heavy, a chair, right? And you need to pull it up to where you are and bring it in the window. I like saying window instead of window. And bring it in the window. All right. So you start pulling the thing up, and after a while, your arms start getting tired, it starts to hurt a little bit, and so on. And then, it becomes tiring. But take that same chair and lower it out the window. And just keep letting, and that is so much easier to run down a flight of steps or a flight of stairs than to run up a flight of stairs. We all know this. So if you take that physical reality, right, from it, this in physics, it's just that way because of the energy it takes to pull something, as opposed to the energy that it takes to lower something, which you can lower something with almost no energy if you just let it slide down or just push it. That's why it's so much easier for our people to go sideways and go downhill and to choose the lowest common denominator than it is for us to try to come up, for us to work to push up, for some of us to work to help bring others of our people up. And it's tiring. It's tiring, and it gets frustrating sometimes. And many of us don't even want to do it. You know, I get tired. I'm human. I get tired of it, and I'm like, oh my God, are we ever gonna get it? I think we will, or else I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be writing the books that I write. I wouldn't be doing the things that I do. So, yeah, I 100% feel that we can come out of this thing, but I think we have to be very deliberate about choosing becoming free. And that's just all there is to it. We have to choose freedom. And we have to stop misdirecting our anger. And again, this isn't to just like do this blanket excuse for our people and to just say, well, you know, I don't know. It's not like some blanket excuse. And saying we just need to let our people off the hook, because nobody's saying that. Nobody with any sense is saying that. All that I'm saying is that we have to recognize that what's happening isn't our fault, and that what has happened to us in the condition of our people is by design, and we're kept in this. And whether we acknowledge it or not, when we come down like a ton of bricks on our own people, we're actually perpetuating that issue. We're part of the problem. We're part of that system. And I am not going to be used as part of the system against my own people. And that's all there is to that. So, I'll give you this final analogy because you know how I love my analogies. Your neighbor has a car's all beat up. It's a hoopty, has rust on it. It's banged up in the side. It knocks when it runs, and so on. And you just steady look at his car. Look at that car's all busted up. He don't take care of it. Yeah, he might wash it every now and then, but it's still a hoopty. It's still all dented up. You know, you need to go on and fix it. You know, you need to fix it. You need to wax it. You need to knock those dents out of it. He needs to knock that knock out of it, or get that knock out of it. You need to stop that blue smoke. But what you don't know is that every night, I'm going and taking a sledgehammer to his car. Every night, I'm going and putting something down his tank or in his tailpipe, or doing something to the engine, or doing something to the battery, or slipping inside and messing up his interior every night. And all you're seeing is the result of it. But you're not seeing what I'm doing. And even if you do know that I'm doing it, oh, why are you letting them do that? How come you're not stopping them? And all this, you know, how long is a person supposed to be on guard? How much can a person be on guard? Well, if they get at me, and then I have people helping me, and they're constantly at this guy's car, and all you can do is dog him out about his car and how junky and messed up it is. Never once taking into account that I'm the one that's effing up his S. I try not to swear, but you know what I'm saying. Never once taking that into account. All you're looking at is the result of what I'm doing and laying it at his feet. And in the meantime, my stuff's all shiny. My stuff is waxed. I'm taking it to the car show, and you're looking at me, oh man, look how nice his car is. Look how beautiful he keeps his. Look how good his car looks. How come you can't keep yours up like that? You know, we have got to start running some slack on our people, and for God's sake, we have got to start putting blame where it belongs and stop misplacing this anger that we put toward our people. And again, yes, we need help, but to me, that's part of helping, is recognizing that there's a problem and figuring out how to solve it without judging our people, without judging ourselves, and recognizing that, yes, someone is causing this who is not us. All right? So I guess that's it. This is Ayapo Yapa. This is my Beachside perspective. If you agree, then put it in the comments. If you disagree, put it in the comments. You know, I'm not the oracle of all knowledge, but I do have my ideas about things. And you can be sure of one thing. If I'm talking about our people, I'm going to be talking about our people in a positive way, because I love, honor, and respect Black people. And I love, honor, and respect myself. Visit my website, check out my books, check out what I have to offer. It's www.ayapoyapa.com. And I'm not going to go into everything because I want to try to keep this a little shorter. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And have a great day.